Hey, did you guys ever hear about Sweden? Well, sometimes you have to sweeten the deal. And how do you sweeten the deal? Well, if you look at Sweden, they got some cool stuff over there. They said they had some kind of prison reform. But, you know, America heard about that. And we were like, Sweden, that's a pretty good idea. We're like, you remember that Space Force? Well, we're going to hook it up. And we're like, the Southwest and the education and the English nation. So it's like, what do you mean? Well, we're saving wisdom, educating diplomacy, and enlightening nations. Imagine that. Sweden. You see how famous? Sweden, man. That was a space acronym for them. And they go, what do you mean? We say we're trying to reform prison stuff and not make people prisoners if they have education. And I go, well, we're trying to sweeten the deal for Sweden too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what do you mean you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Intelligent nations. You know? And I go, what's I'm? And it says, well, intelligent mankind. And you go, oh, I am. And you go, I, angel maker. And those are the new educators. And those old educators, well, they're like super educator advisors. And they're like, now they can negotiate with each other and go, we'll make the education system even better. They used to say children have brighter futures. And now we're going, children with brighter minds have brighter futures, not only for the children, but for their family, their friends, their mothers and fathers, and the government. You wait till you see what the government does next. They're going to be so amazed. And it's like Trump said, they were like, fake news, man. He's making all these statistical stuff and this and that. And he's like, and I sent him an email. I said, you know, you should just do whatever and trust God and just show them everything that's wrong with this place. And he said, no problem. And he heard that I went over to Nevada and I said to Nevada, we're going to do some cool stuff. And man, they had all kinds of cool stuff there. They showed me what was wrong with Nevada, what they were sprucing up, how they're going to fix it. And they said, it looked like we're in a crater, man, like a space crater. We got aliens here too. So President Trump went right over to Nevada and sat in a church in Nevada. And he heard about that one little boy with a $5 bill trying to make a 20 on locations for education and helping out the United States government. And he said, I'm going to go over to Nevada with a $5 bill and I'm going to pull it out and be like, no, I'm going to put that away. Here's a $20 bill for that boy that wanted to help the entire world. And I goes, man, how's he going to do that? And he says, well, if one man can inspire a president to inspire a bunch of other presidents, and those presidents inspire that president, and those governments inspire those governments, that's dominoes, man. Not dominoes that fall down. That's connecting the dots of history to make new education for brighter futures for the entire world. And that, my friends, is Domino's Pizza. You don't order pizza like you're ordering food, like you're selling children and stuff. You're selling them out and losing their education. And you say, whoa, imagine if someone would only have asked a few good individuals. And that's why we have the Space Marines. Because when those few good individuals show up, angels or aliens, we got a protective force of educated, enlightened, angel alien courtesy officers and guards for the whole world, man. That is education and training for peace. And, a one mom and one father said to a son once, give peace a chance. And despite triple coma, amnesia, and everything else, he remembered, give peace a chance. So he go down to New Mexico because he remember his father told him his mother and him got married over there across the Rio Grande before all the technology and stuff in the most dangerous country in the world. And we got our stuff together, man. We're making a space program. And you know what else? He go over there and we heard him say the boy never even collects souvenirs. So this peso is worth more to him than all of the money in the world. And he went over down some Kirk history and it said for the Game of Thrones and the Lord of the Rings, he said, here's a ring in that town he left on the memorial for all the veterans. Say, here's that boy that cared about those veterans. So some antique person gonna pick up that ring made of silver. And remember, that boy with a pure heart stood up for all those veterans. You know, when a lot of people forgot about him. Because the changing of the guards was helping them with education and training so that they could help the world once again. That is the American way.